Greetings, everyone. This is Elijah from the Side Hustler Society, and welcome to another part in the Gig Mastery series. So, we've kind of covered the overall cycle of demand and supply when it comes to driving delivery and rideshare. So, the last thing we're going to cover is there are actually things that are going on in your local market in your city that can be influencing demand that you may not know about. And you need to know this, whether it's going to be good or bad in terms of influencing that demand and supply that we keep talking about. And you can make a decision on if you want to go out there and get that money, or if you want to do something else with your time. These sporadic events, as I have kind of labeled them, are things like concerts, gatherings, just things that are going on in your local market that will play a big role, and they can work to your advantage if you know that they're going on. I'll give you an example. If Taylor Swift was coming to your market to do a performance, do you think that would play a role in how many deliveries you get within a 3 to 4 hour time frame in your local city? Same goes for rideshare. In fact, in rideshare in particular, not only would there be surge, but you need to weigh if it's worth it to even go there to take people, because sometimes the traffic will be so bad, you might want to stay away from there, to be honest. But if you're going to do it, if you're familiar with the area, you can go ahead and set up shop in a place that is relatively, like, you'll be in traffic but just for like maybe a few minutes, and get a ping, and then let the customer know that, hey, why don't you walk to my location? I'll sit here, wait an extra 5 or 10 minutes, and that'll be much faster and will help us get out faster than me trying to get to you. And a lot of people actually will do that because they understand how long it's going to take. They're in the thick of it. But if you just take a ping and you don't know what's going on, and then you end up just getting in the middle of it, you couldn't plan for that. So the idea here is to know what's going on in your local market. And there's a real simple solution for this. You can just Google major events in whatever your city is, and they'll start showing some events that are going on. You could also just remove the word major and just say events, and you can see what's going on too. This can help you kind of plan out your month. So if we were going to do like a quote unquote weekly cycle, which we skipped for the reasons I mentioned in the last video, I suppose this would be it, because events will influence the demand both on delivery and rideshare. It's just sometimes like there aren't any big events going on in that month, so it would render that advice kind of useless. But in this context, I would just do this really once a week. So maybe every Monday, Google major events in your city. So like for me, I Google major events in Dallas, and Google will pop up some things. And if you see something that you know is going to be a major event, you need to decide if you want to participate in that in terms of being a driver, whether it's going to be delivery or if it's going to be rideshare. Now, one thing I want to say about delivery is this is one of the reasons, if you can, because I know sometimes your car might not qualify for this, but if you can qualify for driving UberX and deliveries, I actually recommend that you get that dual account. And how you do that, you sign up for rideshare first, and then there's a process you follow in the Uber app that says you want to sign up for deliveries, and then they'll add deliveries to your account. The reason I say that is because you can actually get surge boosts on top of your deliveries, and that's independent from what the customer paid on Uber Eats. So let's say you got a bunch of these non-tipping cats just placing orders like crazy, so you see these $2 orders floating around, which is like, obviously you're not going to take that. At least I hope you're not. I'm not. But then that order is placed in a surge zone when Taylor Swift is doing a concert, and like the whole, like half the city is surging because of that, and it gets an extra $10 attached to it because of surge. All of a sudden it's a $12 order, and it's going around the corner. Oh yeah, I'll go ahead and take that. But you wouldn't have that opportunity if you have an Uber Eats only account. The trade-off to that is Uber Eats only accounts have the more boosts and quests that are catered specifically towards Uber Eats. But lately I've been seeing some bullshit like you see on the screen, where they're talking about like, hey, we'll guarantee you $15 per hour if you take every delivery. That's some employee shit. I got zero interest in doing stuff like that. They're not promoting boosts like back in the day where like, hey, it's wrapped around a zone and you have like a 1.5 boost. So in addition to whatever you're getting paid, you'll get 1.5 times that. Or they're not throwing quests out there, at least in my market, where, hey, for every 3 deliveries you do, you get an extra $1.50, something like that. So until they return to those type of boosts, which I don't think they're going to, they're really trying to push this. Hey, just take everything, including all this crap, and we'll guarantee you make $15 an hour, even if it's a request is going 30 miles and it pays $2. Yeah, no. With that being the case, it's much better just to have the dual account and play the surge, in my opinion. I'll leave that decision up to you as a delivery drivers. But that's how I have my stuff set up so I can take advantage of the surge. Now that we've covered the sporadic events that can be happening in your market and why you need to be informed on them, that covers the majority of the series. I'm going to make another video where it's going to be answering y'all's questions about Uber and Uber Eats, as well as some miscellaneous things that didn't necessarily fit into the timing format, since we're talking about when are the best times to drive, as kind of like a conclusion to the series. So if you do have any questions that you want me to answer, be sure to leave it in the comment section of this video, and I'll include those in the, I guess it'll be sort of like a FAQ video to follow up on the series. But that does it for now. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Mentioned it before, but be sure that you grab the Anatomy of Financial Success. This in the description, that's my personal finance book, so you can really get your financial game locked down, so this extra money you're making with Uber Eats can be put to the best use possible for you. I'll catch you on the next video. This has been Elijah from the Side Hustler Society. Be safe and be profitable, everyone.